Greetings, Saber fans. Tommy here again with another lightsaber review video of one of the many sabers that I have picked up from Ultrasabers over the past year and a few months. So, the next saber I have is the Dominix LEV4 with basic sound. If you've seen my other videos, you'll notice that I have one that looks a lot like that. It's just silver with the gold. That's my Aeon LEV4. That one I got to pair up with this. I bought these both at the same time with my quick disconnect coupler to make a saber staff for myself, for my fighting performances that I do with my local group. So I wanted to have the same exact cotton grooves, but I wanted different colors. The reason I got one in the black also is the backstory for my character is I had a twin brother, and he fell to the dark side, and part of my trial was I had to go and confront him and stop him. And when I did, I kept his saber, and that's what I use as the other half of my saber staff. So it adds a nice detail to my character backstory. It is a great look and feel for the saber staff. Having that light and dark, you can kind of really play with the colors that you have coming out of your ends. If you want to have a light side, dark side version, if you want to be a gray character where you're a little good, a little bit bad, all in one, having that yin and yang effect can really play into your character, your look design for how you're portraying yourself. So again, with this one here, we also have the window emitters in the hilt. I love them. If it's an option available, I want to choose it every time because I love that extra look. Just like my other saber, I got it in the Adegan silver. That way I have that white light LED blade where I can go ahead and use a colored filter disc to change that color. If I want it to be bluer or redder or pink or a nice golden deep yellow like you see with the temple guards, they'll have a nice sentinel type yellow look to their blades. Basic sound again, open end pommel, so that way you can, that microphone's right there. I'm touching the microphone, that's why it's muting. It's a vibration, that vibration is getting dampened there. Senses basic movement. Flash on clash, same exact as what I have on the Aeon LEV4. As well as you still have that standard bind and clash effect. By just a quick press of the button, we'll turn that on and off. So that's great if you're binding up and you're against another lightsaber. You can go ahead and just turn that on. That shows that the two sabers are interacting with each other. Or if you're getting struck with force lightning, it can also be a great way to represent and illustrate that effect there. And turning off is that long press. That long 2 or 3 second press is what will actually turn it off. So, again, I've had this saber, just like the other one, for just shy of a year now. I fight with this regularly. It gets worn during my time at the Renaissance Fair with my Scottish Rogue persona. Carry 1 or 2 lightsaber hilts on the belt also. It adds a nice little extra flair. So this was the first one that had dropped and fallen onto the ground. And now I look at it as adding in extra wear and battle damage. You can see those marks along the top of the hilt where it's dropped and made contact. Not too much along the body. Some minor scratches, wear and tear, but I look at it as natural weathering for a saber that has been through good times, dark times, and back to good times again now, as it is with my character. Even with all that, even with those falls and drops and the damage, the saber still operates perfectly. I have no problems, nothing is broken on it. Even with this one here has probably dropped maybe a dozen times. onto the ground from waist height. So about a 3-foot drop onto varying surfaces, and this thing holds up perfectly well. Got the cover tech on there, so now I can go ahead and I can carry this on my belt, in or out of costume. Some folks like to go out and have fun, and you want to spruce up a bit. Why not carry a lightsaber around on your waist? Gets a lot of attention. A lot of people find it pretty cool too. So we got that. It's got the good grooves, choke points, a very good, comfortable feel in the hand. Very sturdy. It's absolutely an amazing saber. I'm enjoying myself thoroughly with it. And again, like I've mentioned in the other one, I've noticed with almost any saber that has any sort of sound, definitely with the basic sound, because that's the highest sound level that I've used. The battery packs, they can get a little bit loose at times. That just might be the way that they're designed. They're a little bit smaller than the other ones, especially having the electronics that are connected to the battery feed there that powers the sound and the processing board for that. So I always wrap my batteries with a little bit of electrical tape. That way I make sure that they're properly secured in the battery holder. So you can see I have that wrapped right around there, hold it nice in place. Especially with these, the battery gets loose even the slightest bit, it'll call out obsidian, and the light and sound will go ahead and cut out. So when using these, especially if you're fighting with them, and they're going to be taking a lot of jars and impacts, that vibration, all that's going to, the impact here is transferred to the back end also. So I always make sure they're secured nice and tight in. That way I don't have to worry about if I'm in mid-fight, I block another saber strike coming at me, and then next thing you know, my saber dies, so to speak. So it's the only negative thing that I do have about these is the way that this battery pack is designed, how it doesn't really hold the batteries in perfectly well. But if you know that, you can take the appropriate steps and precautions to avoid it. So it's the purpose of my doing my reviews. I share what I like, what I don't like. With these, that's the only thing that I don't like that I've encountered at all with any of the Ultrasabers that I have right now. I have 5 personally myself, so obviously, you know, not everything's going to be entirely perfect, but there are steps that can be done to minimize any potential mishap that you could encounter. And that's why I'm doing these videos, to share that with you. That way you know that it is a great saber, but it's just something that you need to keep in mind also. So there we go. It is a Dominix LEV4 with basic sounds and the Adegan silver. So thanks for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and happy sabering.